Taipei is a city worth exploring. Taipei always offers new experience and perspectives.
Taipei City is a very complex place rich with diverse cultural and historical backgrounds that are intertwined.
Taipei City has manifold faces in many aspects, especially architectural regards. The fascination that I got while I'm staying in Taipei is that deep, warm red old houses and buildings that are harmonized in abundant greens spread out everywhere.
Taipei City is a big ecosystem. We feel like everybody can find their own spot in it.
Taipei is a city where people help each other with kindness and warm hearts.
For me, perhaps because of its history and culture, Taipei is a city which I feel familiar with, while there are still a lot for me to explore. I really appreciate having this chance to stay in the city for a 3-month period.
I'm a visual artist and now stay here at Treasure Hill Artist Village for an exchange program with MFCA. I graduate from Dijon National Art School in France and major in fine art. And I am currently working on videos based on artistic research. This is my first time working in Taiwan, and I've spent most of my time in Taipei exploring and discovering its history, art scene, and unique cultural identity.
I work in installation and media art that incorporates synthetic imagery. I am interested in the ecological entanglements between humans and other entities, including non-human nature. I create synthetic worlds in virtual environments, drawing on scientific research of real locations with an ecological perspective. Also, I explore the uncertain nature of human beings within contemporary society who become real existence through their ecological relationships with others, including non-humans and various man-made systems. My work takes the form of installations that use 3D printing technology and videos created with computer animation, which are based on synthetic environments generated by 3D game engine software.
I studied architecture in Seoul, Korea, and later obtained MA in Major Spatial Strategy in Berlin, Germany. Through spatial installation where people can interact and experience, I attempt to recall and restore spaces and memories that have been forgotten or destroyed. By using the aesthetics of science fiction, I criticize the absurdity of urbanization in that destruction and construction, abandonment and production are repeated under the illusion of enhancements after World War II and colonization.
We work together as Passepartout Duo, a musical group. We've been working together for the past 10 years. I originally have a background as a percussionist, and Nico has a background as a pianist, and we were both trained as classical musicians. But over the past 10 years, our practice has really transformed away from this original classical roots to something a little bit more experimental. Now we do a lot more sound installations and building of musical instruments and sort of more experimental performances, focusing really on the musical instrument as an object, focusing on connections between other artistic disciplines and music.
I was born and raised in Hamamatsu City, Shizuoka Prefecture. I often use mixed media to explore the boundary between words with a physical form and those that feel more invisible or abstract. I graduated from the calligraphy department of China Academy of Art and earned a master's degree from Tokyo University of Arts.
I am a curator, theater producer, and an arts manager based in Hong Kong.
My work focuses on individual narratives who have been displaced or excluded from big story. In particular, I deal with themes such as migration, identity, and places. The region or country where I stay usually serve as a background for my work. The story collected through field research are mainly based on personal memories of interviewees, and those stories are reconstructed by my video work.
In this exhibition at THAV, the title is Blowing Boundaries, which is about ecological entanglements between humans and other entities based on the site-specific research along the Sinden River in Taipei, from water pipeline systems of the Japanese colonial era to bicycle tracks by the riverside. These modernized facilities allow people better access to the river, but people often forget the fact that the river constantly flows in and out of the modernized systems, reaching us all the time. My works for the exhibition consists of installations and videos. The installations feature abstract sculptures from my self-adorned body series, industrial pipe materials, and fragmented body pieces made by 3D printing. The industrial pipe symbolizes the water supply system, representing the modernized industrial framework.
I took the title from the 1989 Taiwanese film, A City of Sadness. It is a spatial installation that traces the story of lives of Taipei's urban poor who were forced to wander and migrate after World War II due to rapid population growth and urban development.
Our main focus while in residency here is really related to musical instruments and the idea that they're not just objects, but they have a life of their own. So we worked on this concept in two ways, one that resulted more in a performance and one in an installation. So for the performance, we obtained a special instrument called taishogoto, which is a string instrument, so it's very unique for us because we originally come from percussion and piano, so we have to learn to approach this instrument, and we put it in a conversation with an instrument that we built on our own, but also in collaboration with Eric, who is an artist resident at the village, and we presented this in a performance. And instead for the installation, we collected instruments from the residents of the village, and these are objects that live in their houses, but sometimes they might be forgotten. So they are simple instruments, sometimes they're just cups that we try to activate through the sound. And we recorded this in a series of videos. We also created a projection of these videos on the walls of the village and collaged these types of videos for the final installation.
My work looks at the evacuation from Okinawa to Taiwan during World War II and the challenges of understanding this part of history. It is inspired by my grandmother's story of being saved during her evacuation. While in Taiwan, I studied old documents and stone monuments from the Japanese colonial period.
The research I conducted during this residency focuses on the curators and arts managers' complex identity and role in planning and managing an artist residency program.
The project I've developed at the Treasure Hill Artist Village as a part of this exhibition is titled Penghu Island. This video reflects the memories of people who exiled from Shandong, China to Taiwan during the Chinese Civil War in 1949. I specifically conducted research on Penghu 713 incident, so I filmed some significant places related to that incident. This video is mainly about discovering historical traces left in Penghu Island and let audience think about how memories, identity, and history all crossed over. For this work, I collaborated with sound artist Mijung SHIN, who is based in Tainan. I decided to use only sound instead of narrative, and I hope audience can experience more diverse layers of emotion.
I applied several layers of paint to the pipe material to diminish its metallic appearance and to achieve textures and colors that align with the abstract body sculptures. Through the process of 3D printing, I tried to blur the boundaries between inside and outside of the forms. Through these complex installations, I wanted to sculpt how the modern system penetrates human life and how nature, like water, is fundamentally integrated into it. Also, I wanted to visualize the ecological connections between humans and nature and industrial systems, blurring the lines between these boundaries.
Like the fragment of the past, the site where the installation sat on, the area is exposed to the outside, living only the facade. I wanted to fill and restore with wood, including materials collected from this village, using Korean traditional joinery architectural technique. To recall the history of this village was an illegal settlement created with self-built houses. It invites people into the space to view the present of the Taipei city.
The format that we've chosen to present our work here is, first of all, an exhibition. It's an installation, a video projection of videos of us playing musical instruments. In addition, we did a performance in the Hilltop Plaza outdoor here in the village.
The number of 12,939 represents the estimated people who evacuated from Okinawa to Taiwan during World War II. To grasp the scale, I stamped the Chinese character person 12,939 times and included the photos of my grandmother, one of these evacuees. I also learned and studied Taipei animal soul memorials, conducting frottage and adding grass radical to give these monuments new meanings.
During the past 2 months of the residency, I spent some time visiting a number of artist residencies managed by different arts institutions and art groups. I interviewed the artists and art administrator who plan and manage this residency, which host overseas artists in their premises. And because my project is more of a research basis, I presented my findings and observations in an artist sharing.
My name is Mijung SHIN. I come from Korea. I'm an artist in residence in Treasure Hill Artist Village.
Hello, I'm Siheun KIM from South Korea. I'm the artist in residence in Treasure Hill Artist Village.
My name is Namia Leigh from Korea. I'm the artist in residence in Treasure Hill Artist Village.
My name is Chris.
My name is Nicoletta, and together we work as Passepartout duo. We are originally from Italy.
And right now we're in residence in Treasure Hill Artist Village.
My name is Haruna TSUYUKI. I'm from Japan. I'm the artist in residence in Treasure Hill Artist Village.
I am Alice Wong from Hong Kong. I am an artist in residence at the Treasure Hill Artist Village.